We are here today at Texas A&M AgriLife Research and Extension Center at Overton. And one of the primary objectives of the forage animal research is to evaluate seasonal as well as year-long stocking opportunities and stocking strategies. There are many stocking strategies that one may perceive, but one particular one that we have been evaluating with Tifton 85 has been the use of those cattle that may have gone through winter pasture program, and they vacate those pastures in mid to late April at 800 pounds. And so one would say, well, why would you want to continue those? There are opportunities for replacement heifers and other types of animals. So our objectives in the past few years has been to use cattle off of winter pasture. Now these would be long yearlings. Then stock them on Tifton 85 Bermuda grass for 30 to 45 days. Bermuda grass pastures, if you recall, have the highest quality early in the season, and then about midsummer, could be mid-July, the nutritive value starts to decline. So certainly with those larger animals, we put them on in the 1st of May, we move them about the 1st of July. At the same time, we're using younger cattle that are fall born, summer weaned, and through the process of using multiple sets of cattle, we can get up to 1,700 to 1,800 pounds of calf gain per acre on Tifton 85. And that's with stocking rates of 4 to 5 head per acre, and that is not an extreme stocking rate for this location. We said before that stocking rates are zip code specific. That means they're very site oriented, management controlled, has to do with fertility. The fertilizer that we apply to these pastures is approximately 150 to 200 pounds max of nitrogen for the summer. But to stock these pastures at 4,000 to 5,000 pounds of beef per acre, and that be a moderate stocking rate, that certainly speaks volumes to the dry matter production and the nutritive value of Tifton 85. I want to just take a short time to show you some of the forage availability, forage mass, the way the forage looks, what you should be striving for in the pastures to get optimum, maximum average daily gains. Cattle are leaf selectors, and you can see here the grass that remains after those cattle have selected the leaves, and here's places where they graze through here. It's not a lawnmower, they graze selectively, but they're grazing these pastures fairly uniformly at about a 6 to 8 inch height. And for us today, that would be a moderate stocking rate, moderate stocking intensity that allows the animal to have free choice selection of all the leaves that they want. That's where the highest nutritive value is. When they move into the stems, lower nutritive value, less gain per animal. We have now relocated to another phase of experimentation on Tifton 85 Bermuda grass, in which we're offering these cattle different levels of a supplement. These cattle that are on pasture are those that have gone through a winter pasture phase. They leave winter pasture at about 800 to 850 pounds, and even though they may be ready for the feedlot, we've chosen to move those cattle right into Tifton 85 and graze them during the summertime to assess stocking strategies for them, whether they're on pasture only or at 3 different levels of a daily supplement. The supplement this year is dry distillers grains, and the supplementation levels are 1/4% body weight, 0.5% body weight, or 1% body weight per head per day. Now, using the long yearling cattle on Tifton 85 Bermuda grass, we expect to have better gains than younger lightweight cattle. And we have for this summer, those calves, these stockers, feeders now, as they have gone through the summertime on Tifton 85 without supplementation, have gained about 2¼ pounds per head per day. And that is within reason of what we might expect that age and that size calf to gain. With the 0.25% body weight and the 0.5% body weight per head per day supplement, they've gained about 2.6 pounds a day, or have increased about 0.3 of a pound a day gain. And that's what we might expect from previous experimentation to show that at the 0.25% body weight of a supplement per head per day, that is an additive amount, so that we are enhancing gain with only a small amount of supplement, and that supplement to extra gain conversion would be quite acceptable. So at a 0.5%, we didn't accomplish any more gain by feeding more supplement. But at the 1% level, the pastures that we're in now, these calves are gaining about 3 pounds a day. So we've increased at each level of supplementation, we've increased at about 0.3 per pound a day. At 3 pounds per head per day, with 1% supplementation, these calves, these stockers weigh about 1,100 pounds. And certainly they are ready for feedlot, or they're ready for a non-fed niche marketing, if that may be the case. We have a substitution effect, so that says that stocking rates could be higher on 1%. And you can see the cattle in the background. That forage of Tifton 85 ranges from 8 to 12 inches. The grazing pressure that we have on these pastures, these 1% pastures, is about 6,000 pounds, or 6 head of body weight per acre. At this forage level then, you can see by some math that the gain per acre has been quite good. 3 pounds a day, 100 days, 6 head per acre. And if it were in another commercial setting, obviously we could use another 3 or 4 head per acre on these particular pastures this summer. So at the forage allowance, the grazing intensity, we've optimized that for the summer.